Guys, welcome to another one of our shipping videos, and it's a very exciting one because it's been an exciting couple of weeks here at Emerald. We've been running our big promotion to celebrate our 25th anniversary, and it's just really been actually mind-blowing. The response has just been incredible. So after 25 years, we've just had our best month ever, and what better way to celebrate 25 years. So thanks for being part of that, and thanks for loving our guitars. Thanks for tuning in week by week and watching these shipping videos and all the other content that we create. But you're here to see the guitars that are shipping out this week, and you may be one of the people that has a guitar on this rack. And if you haven't actually seen the shipping video before, what it's all about is every week we like to bring together all the guitars that we've finished in the week previous. We put them all on this rack. We put the names of the people and where they're from around the world, and we just have a look at the different specifications. And all the guitars that are in this rack are custom orders. We only include the custom orders in our shipping video, and it's just a little bit of something special to be able to see the guitars that you guys designed on our 3D builder, see them come to life, and this is the first opportunity to see it being held and see all the specifications and details on it. So really it's all part of that whole interactive process from a virtual guitar on a 3D builder right the way into a finished guitar, and what a beautiful array it is, and just a variety of guitars that you're going to see here in this video, from our X7s, X20s, the Slimline, 12-string guitars, Harp guitars. It just shows the variety of guitars that we can build in terms of models and the variety of finishes that we can give, and really it's grown into quite an incredible array of guitars that we can offer. But what it allows us to do is we're building guitars not for a storefront, not for some buyer who might want to have guitars just for stock. We're building a guitar that's just for you. You're designing it, and we're building it for you to your design. So it's a really nice way to do it. Anyway, we're going to start this week, and the other thing that I've noticed this week is normally we see about 80 or 90% of our guitars go to the USA, and next biggest is probably the UK, followed by Canada. But this week, for whatever reason, Canada is heavily marked on here. So we've got 4 Canadian guitars going out. We've got UK, we've got New Zealand, Spain, and then of course we've always got some USA friends as well. So really nice spread around the world. But first guitar I've got for you here today is going out to Tim in Manitoba, and my uncle actually lives in Manitoba, so there's a little bit of useless information for you. But I've never been. Can you believe I've been around the world, but I've never actually been to Canada? So we're going to have to do that sometime soon. Anyway, X7 is our small body parlor guitar, and this is a beautiful example of it. And the top here is finished in Pau Ferro. The inlays are the Celtic vines, finished in gold with the silver figure of 8 and gold hardware. So from the front, it's a really beautiful, almost quite traditional looking finish with that gold and rich wood colors. But then you've got that really big contrast going to the green carbon fiber. And it's always nice on the back of our guitars to see that carbon fiber, and it's the base material that the whole guitar is made from. And whenever you do it in green like that, it just really stands out, and such a contrast to that front. So I really like that beautiful combination of colors. So that's a nice one to start from. Then we've got another X7, and this one's going to Bradley in Newbury in England. And this is just, I guess this shows you the base form of the X7. So this is finished in our black carbon fiber. So this is the material that every guitar is made from. Here we haven't put any finish or color on it. You've just got the natural black carbon fiber with a clear coat. We put this little black burst around the edge, just kind of unifies everything, and black carbon fiber in the back and sides. And this one's finished without a pickup, so it's just pure acoustic, pure black carbon, and I think it looks fantastic. One little extra detail added to it is it's got the silver inlays here. It's got our offset lines and a really nice subtle extra inlay off to the side there. Next one is going to Robert, also in Manitoba, and this is the Vibrant Weave. So the Vibrant Weave has a silver finish on it that really reflects the light. We put a transparent color over the top and it just really pops like this. So vibrant green back and sides, and the ever popular high vibe pickup system. We just seem to be selling more and more and more of these. People are loving them, and it's just such fantastic technology. And yet another X7. Oh, actually, no, this actually, that shows you, this is an X10. So it shows you how similar they are. So when I see the two of them sitting beside here, from side on, they look very, very similar. The body size from this angle is very similar. They're just about the same depth. They're just slightly wider, but it's quite different in the neck. So we'll talk about the differences between the X7 and the X10 in a moment. But yeah, this is a beautiful X10. This is an amazing piece of royal ebony on the top, and it almost looks like some kind of leopard skin here. It's got all these little spots, and it's quite different than anything that I've really seen before. But absolutely stunning. So you've got the lighter wood running into darker, running really quite dark to the sides. The spots are running from smaller, graduating into bigger to the sides. So it just looks just very balanced, and I think it's amazing. Absolutely beautiful color. This is, it's got the gold dots running up the fretboard. It's got the black hardware and that beautiful headstock to match the body. And this X10 has a dual pickup system. So it's got the Graph-Tech piezo's, and it's got the Crevo humbucker. So really I said I would tell you the differences between the X7 and the X10. X7 is designed more as a sort of party guitar, small compact body guitar with a shorter scale length. This has been designed more as a stage guitar initially, and it's got a really nice neck, slimmer neck, with a more sort of electric feel. So it's got a very slim profile, very playable neck. It's got a little bit deeper cutaway here for access right up into the top frets. So very, very accessible into the top register. And this is a 25.5-inch scale, whereas that's 24-inch scale. This is 14 frets to the body, that's 12 frets to the body. So that's the main differences. So if you can imagine this and moving the neck all down by about 2 frets into the body, that's kind of what you have with the X7. So X10 is just a fantastic guitar, both acoustically and amplified. It really performs really well. And this one, I don't think you even need to play it, just hang it on the wall and look at it. It's stunning. Amber back and sides on this one, and that blends lovely with the top. So congratulations on that, Bruce. Did I mention Bruce in Georgia? Sometimes I forget to actually shout out the name at the start. So this one's going to Wade in New Zealand. And this is a Virtuo, and the Virtuo has been super popular over the last couple of weeks. A very nice example here. This is also Pau Ferro, quite a different Pau Ferro veneer on here, and lovely coloration between the light and the warm, almost reds that are running through here, and the black lines. Black hardware, the nice black unidirectional carbon fretboard there, and red carbon back and sides. And that red almost picks up on some of the red tones that are running through the top. So the Virtuo is that really versatile guitar, great combination between electric and acoustic tones, and really performs plugged in on the stage. Back to Canada again. We are going to Christopher in British Columbia. Another beautiful guitar. This is black quilted maple, and beautiful tones in it, beautiful silvery black, and you see how it just moves, and you see that the silvery tones that also kind of look more black depending on how the light hits them, and yeah, a lot of movement and contrast in that top, and the colors just marry so well with the silvery black finish on the unidirectional carbon, and then of course black carbon back and sides. Pickup system in this one is the LR Bags Element and black hardware. Always love a black X20. Now there's actually something else I've just noticed on that. So this one also has lumen lay fret markers on the side, so that was a custom specification, just the glow in the dark fret markers. So nice little addition on there. Then we got Stephen in Nova Scotia, and this X20. So a couple of nice things I like there. So this is Clara walnut veneer on top, and it almost has a diamond pattern. Look at this. Really, really fantastic. This beautiful kind of diamond pattern going on here, and this really cool V. And it almost looks like it's been graphically designed. This area here is really quite something. It's got that V going on, but it also has like quilting that's kind of running evenly through this pattern, and it really has great movement, catches the light. Yeah, that's exceptional. That's kind of beyond what you'll be expecting. You know, you can't really see that kind of movement in the 3D builder, obviously, but that's a really amazing piece of wood. So love the fretboard in this as well. So this is our new Celtic rose inlay, and you got the red rose on the top, and then the stem and leaves done in gold, beautifully executed there, and then red carbon back and sides. So the red on the rose catching with the red back and sides, and a high vibe pickup system. Look at that. Now, next one up is going to Ainsworth in Nevada, and I know he's heavily anticipating this guitar because I've seen pictures that he's been posting already on the Emerald Guitars Community Hub, and this guitar, the pictures will be in our galleries already, and so that's always a good place if you want to get a little preview of your guitar whenever we add them in there. And if you haven't already been to the Emerald Guitars Community Hub, you should check it out. It's a great place of conversation, people sharing pictures of their new guitars, talking about, you know, the different specifications of the guitars, and giving owner feedback if you're interested. So it's a really, really great place for all things Emerald. So this is a beautiful top. This is Ambonia burl. Ambonia burl was used on the dashboards of Rolls Royces quite famously, and you can see it just looks like it is like the dashboard on a really expensive old car, and looks amazing on there. It's a veneer we don't sell that much of, and I think the reason we don't is you can't see the subtle detail in this on the 3D builder or even on pictures of the veneer. It's only whenever you see it in its reality and you get to see how much depth there is, how tight the burl is. It's just amazing. Really such a high quality piece of veneer. And then it's married with the Celtic knots on the fretboard, finished in gold, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Black hardware. And then we've got a blue carbon back and side. So that's a real bold choice there. Quite a contrast from the top to the back, but that's what we've been seeing a lot recently is people choosing a very different color in the back, and definitely personalize it, definitely makes a great statement, and yeah, overall that guitar looks fantastic. Again, with a high vibe pickup system. So Ainsworth, I look forward to seeing pictures of you with this guitar. I know you're going to love it. Now we're moving from the X20 up to an X30, and this one is going to Ed in Spain, and this is an X30 Baritone, so much deeper sound on that. Such a fantastic guitar. The X30 Baritone, I've done a few Baritone 12 strings in the past, and the very first X30 Baritone 12 string that I ever made went to Billy Sheehan, and he has it, still plays it. Billy, I wish you could get an opportunity to play something like this, because our guitars have come a long, long way since I made you that one way back in probably 2002, maybe 2003. So Billy, if you happen to be watching this, and I probably will share it and tag you on it, someday you got to come visit us here in Ireland, or maybe I'll pop in with you somewhere along the way and let you check out a new X30 12-string baritone. So this one's finished in black carbon fiber, that natural black carbon, all round, black hardware, and also has the lumen lay side dots. Nice touch there. It's got the black offset lines here on the inlays, and I'm not going to try and play this, but it sounds amazing. So 27-inch scale, so it's not a very long scale. It's just nice for a 12-string and a baritone. Just the weight and balance on this feels really nice. Yeah, that's a fantastic instrument. So Ed, if you're watching this, Ed from Spain, who ordered that, if you feel like you'll be able to send us a video of you playing that, I'd love to hear it, because I know that guitar is just going to sing and make some beautiful music. Now, Alfred in California, sticking with 12 strings. So this is a regular scale 12 string, and the X30 12 string is becoming more and more popular. Just the big full sound, you get all this big bassy sound, but then you also have the the resonance and the trebles of all the high strings, so it just sounds really full but really balanced. This one is finished in Pau Ferro, and a beautiful piece of Pau Ferro, amazing grain on there, so much color variation between each line of grain, and then the light colored center here. Silver Celtic knots on the fretboard, gold hardware, which really picks up this gold strip running down here, and then the vibrant amber back and sides. So which really you could call that gold. It's got a beautiful gold color. And this one's finished with the Ellerbags element pickup system, which really is the only option that we have for 12-string guitars. Unfortunately, we can't use the Ghost system on a 12-string, but a really beautiful 12-string guitar. There we go. Now, here's a good one to finish on. So while we're sticking with 12 strings, why don't we step it up to a few more strings? So this is a wonderful Synergy X20 harp guitar, and this one is it's going out. What did I say? It's going to Corey in Arizona, and it's just got such amazing detail on it. So the veneer on the top is called Freak Maple Burl, and it's called Freak Maple because it is a freak. It's got so much different detail. It's got burl in it, it's got quilting in it, it's got all kinds going on there, and it's absolutely stunning. So beautiful piece of veneer on the top, and amber back and sides, gold hardware, lots of gold hardware as you can see. And what's it all about? So basically you've got 8 super treble strings here, so these extra high treble strings. So I normally don't even strum the guitars because sometimes the sound doesn't come across well because we're really just recording off my lapel, but hopefully that comes out okay. And then we've got our sub strings here, so the low bass strings. So the concept basically is, as you're playing the neck, which is a regular guitar neck, you have the ability to accompany it with these high strings, and also with the low strings. So it's way above my pay grade to try and play it, but there's some incredible players out there making incredible music on these. So a very expressive musical tool in the right hands, and just a beautiful thing to look at. So that's a really nice one to finish on this week, and just shows the degree of customization that we can do, and every guitar in the right hands is the right guitar, whether it's the black carbon X7 in the simplest form of our acoustic guitar, which I always say our most basic guitar is our best sounding guitar, because everything else that we've done here is really about cosmetics, but you start off with a beautiful guitar in itself, and everything else is just a bonus. But yeah, so just the degree of customization we can do with all these different pickups, all the different colors, different veneers, just gives you so much you can do. So that's why we love doing the shipping videos. That's why we know you guys love watching them, and it just gives you a really deep insight into what we do and why we love doing what we do. So anyway, when you watch this, I am going to be somewhere around about Monaco. I'm probably going to share some pictures. Normally don't share too much into my personal outside of work life, but you're going to see a few pictures about the trip and maybe some videos about the trip that I'm about to go on. Because we've done American road trips, this time I'm doing a Europe road trip. So I'm setting off tomorrow. So whenever you're watching this, we're recording this on Tuesday. I'm setting off Wednesday. You're going to be seeing this on the Friday, and then I'm going to be on vacation for 2 weeks. So our production team are actually going to be also on vacation for 2 weeks. The office will be open, so if you have sales inquiry, you're always going to be able to get in touch. The office is going to be open as normal. Our marketing team are working as normal. So we're still open, but production stops for 2 weeks and gives those guys a much needed break. And I guess this is a perfect opportunity for me to say a big thank you to the Emerald team, the amazing Emerald production team that make these beautiful guitars. We have a fantastic staff that have trained their skills, some of them for the last 25 years. As I mentioned, I think in last week's video, the guy who painted my very first guitar still works for us, still paints for us 25 years later, Robbie Porter. So we've got a long-established team here, and a big thank you to the Emerald team for all that you've done, for the amazing guitars that you're building for the guys all around the world. And of course, a big thank you to you guys, the Emerald owners and Emerald fans, who without you, we wouldn't have a business, and we wouldn't have the same appreciation for what we do. You know, it's truly fantastic to be able to build guitars that are going to be appreciated not just now, but for generations to come. So that's all you need to hear from me. I'm heading for the sunshine. I'll see you in about 2 weeks.